Wilkinson here. In this video, it's another one of my videos talking about what we can learn from the great composers. And I don't need any excuse to talk about Frederick Delius. I don't live very far away from where Delius was born and where he used to hang around in Bradford. Some people say Delius is like Marmite. You either love him or you hate him. Well, I like Marmite, and I do like the music of Delius. I suppose his most famous orchestral piece is on Hearing the First Cuckoo in Spring, which is just a magical piece. An amazing piece to listen for symphony orchestra if you haven't heard of it. Here, I just played a little sample from the Second Rhapsody by Delius, one of his pieces for orchestra. And what can we learn from Delius? Well, in that passage there, I had one major chord, and then I kept playing a few major chords, then jumping to the other side of the circle of fifths and coming back and forth. So there was this movement of being major across to the, if you like, the flat side of the circle of fifths, and constantly swapping and changing. And then also I was using, well, Delius was using A major, then D, but then F, then he went to F minor. So in this video today, I'm going to show you how that works and how we can then run with it and explore with it. Don't forget, there's not just one truth. These are just concepts. The only thing that we can know directly is the knowing of experience. But concepts are rich, and concepts really help expand our playing. So I find this a wonderful thing to look at. You would find this in a lot of Delius's music, and I've got loads of Delius scores down here, which I'll show you at the end of the video, some music you might want to explore. So I've picked the Second Rhapsody, but you'll see this in the piano concerto, in many of his great pieces like the violin concerto, the cello concerto, and his choral works as well, which I'll mention a little bit. So we're coming out of the style. He was greatly influenced by Wagner. He was also, you can hear this kind of style I would suggest in the American composer Edward MacDowell as well. He then went on to influence people like Arnold Bax and Warlock. I would say this harmony is quite different. He tends to, Delius tends to derive his melodic material from his harmony, which was quite quintessentially unique back then. Okay, so without further ado, in the video, you're going to see me play this chord progression, which you can see on the screen now, and I'll keep that on the screen so you can see. And I'll be starting with A major and then moving, but that will be my tonal centre that I keep returning to, but I keep finding these different chords. And so a lot of this is just exploration. So in the video you're going to see now, you'll see me run with it and expand on it a little bit more. Without further ado, let's have a look at me playing through the original chord sequence, and then let's expand upon it. So we can see that Delius moves between these chords. He goes A, then he goes F, other side of the circle of fifths. Then he comes back to E again. We're just playing different inversions of this chord at the moment. Then he goes to D, back to A. So he has this tonal centre of A, and then he keeps moving to the other side of the circle of fifths. There's F minor. Then he goes A, then he goes B flat minor. Then he goes A, then he goes B flat minor again, then A. Then he goes A flat major, jumps back across the circle of fifths to G, then he does E flat minor, then he does an E minor like a chromatic drop, B major, then he does a D minor, and then A. So this is something you could try yourself, and I find this very rich to explore, is we could just go from one side to the circle of fifths to the other. Here we go. So we could basically jump across, so we could make them major or minor. So we could go at A major, F minor, A major, B flat minor, A major, E flat minor, A major, D flat major, A major, maybe A flat minor, A major, F minor, A major. So you keep pivoting back. Now let's go back across and then put a few major chords in as well. So let's go A major, F minor, G major, A major. That's nice, isn't it? So again, I'm just like a tennis ball banging back and forth across the right hand side of the circle of fifths and the left hand side of the circle of fifths. So here we go again. So here's the A major. Let's go down across to E flat then. A major, E flat, maybe D minor, and then A major. again, I'm coming back to A major. Maybe we could go A major, E flat major, G minor, A major. So you can keep trying and exploring this. There's no end to this. You could go A major, B flat minor, C, A major. Of course, consequently, you could have things that arpeggio patterns. There you go. I hope you find that helpful. If you're new to the music of Delius, wonderful. Go investigate it and put in the comments. Let me know what you think of his compositional style. There are many pieces. Sea Drift, great piece for orchestra and choir as well. There are the 3 orchestral pieces, which I mentioned a little earlier. The piano concerto, which is heard as one movement. The violin concerto. Very, very fine, very fine work. Oh, the string quartet, magical piece, well worth investigating. Cello concerto. These are some old piano transcriptions, but I think there's some new ones available as well of the work of Delius. So I hope you find that helpful. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.